Ooh, this tastes real good. I hope my voice don't sound too raspy on this one. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Where Did I Put My Glasses? I'm your host, Carmen, and I am here today with my wonderful friend, Miss Kea Devay. And you can follow her on Instagram at underscore K3A underscore and find her on Facebook at Kea Devay and Kea Devay Children's Day. Say hello to the people, Nakeah.
Hey y'all!
How did I know that was going to be the hello? Oh my gosh. I swear.
Yes, we got to start off big. Hello,
I,
everybody.
I swear. Her personality is just the best. So of course she has to come up on here with that big personality that I
Yes,
love so
ma'am.
much.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
Kea is an amazing mother. She is a pillar of her community of Woodside Queens. She is a rapper and entrepreneur. She developed Kea Devay Day, where she every year she has a huge party, kind of like a block party for the children in her old neighborhood, where they could gather school supplies and different resources. There's always great music, great food, games, and just people genuinely enjoying their life. How are you today, Boo?
I'm doing really, really, really well. Really well, really well. And
I'm
I'm excited
happy.
about this podcast. I'm very excited.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited about it too, and I'm happy that you are joining me on my
Yes.
podcast. So can we talk about how we met so that people can know like how Kea and Carmen became friends? Because even though she's an amazing person, amazing mother, and an entrepreneur, we're also friends. So can you let them know like how we met?
So we met at work. We met at
Yeah,
work,
at QSAT.
and at work we were MSCs, and MSCs are Medicaid Service Coordinators. So we were helping families um, with children who have autism, and we were helping them find just like programs and things for them to learn on a spectrum the way we learn. We
Hmm.
wanted to just show them that there's other options and they don't have to be secluded into one area, that they could blend in with us. I loved, still love, I love that job, and I love everything that I gained from that job. It made me a beast, and it made me like go after everything I wanted.
Yeah, I really did like QSAC, and I actually continued being an MSC for a few years after QSAC. And if those of you who do not know, like she said, what Medicaid service coordination is, if you don't have a child with disabilities or autism, you wouldn't know. But if you do, you know how important your MSC is to your family and
Yes.
obtaining those services, like services such as like respite care, so you can provide some relief to you and your family. Because I know it can be um, exhausting. Not that your child is exhausting, but it could be exhausting trying to obtain all these services on your own.
Right.
Um, what was one of your, besides like professionally, um, what was one of your most, I guess, outrageous adventures with me?
hmm. I would have to say that all of them, every adventure,
Not all of them.
everyone,
Ever.
not the all of them, all of them. Any encounter with Carmen and myself is going to be a party, even if it's at the library. It's going to be a silent party.
Not the library.
The library,
Wait,
because
do
that's
you remember
effective.
the first guys? So I'm from Yonkers, and we have really large libraries. So we have huge libraries. Do you remember that time we was walking down Broadway and we walked past this tiny building and it said, the last said, is that your library?
Yes.
And you was like, yes, it was.
Yeah.
Well, how what are
It's
they
how many books
provided?
is in
And
there? Two or three?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And you know what? Moving outside of Yonkers and traveling all over the United States, I've noticed that not all libraries are created equal. And I feel like the library, they're not. And the library is such an important
It
place,
is
especially in the
the
development
important
of a
place.
child.
It
Yes,
is
it's one of
the
the most.
important place.
And so I guess you can tell the importance your state or your city places on the
Learning.
reading, the learning, and the development by their library.
Yeah.
Because Lord, I couldn't believe it. It looked like a little, like you was
A
going to
shoe
like Chick-fil-A
store.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Definitely, definitely. Hopefully things get better. I know
Yes.
they probably won't, and that's not being negative, it's just being realistic because of the numbers and where society's trying to go.
Yes.
But it is a pleasure to know that there are world libraries and there's other places that you could travel to and take knowledge into your own hands. And so yeah, even though it's small, we could always take a trip to Yonkers and go to that library and things of that nature. But yes, yes, yes. Whew.
No.
Mm.
So not only I just want to talk about a little bit some adventures we may have had, like even with working at QSAC. Do you remember when
We're gonna
what was
call
the
it the
name?
SAC.
Yeah, the SAC. Because let me tell you, everyone there, you became a family.
You did, whether you
You
liked it or not.
you
If
were
you
a
didn't
family.
like them, they was just your cousin that you didn't like. But we were cousins, no matter what.
Exactly. We worked together like good, bad, or indifferent. We always found a way to still come together,
Yeah.
despite some of the people. We're not going to name any names. There were some people who were absolutely intolerable,
Yes.
and
And they knew
that's
that they were intolerable.
exactly. And it's like, are you here to do your job, or are you here on an ego trip? But that's for them, and that's their journey, so they
They
can.
definitely knew.
Yes. But do you remember that Chinese store? What was the name of the Chinese store we used to order from downstairs all the time for lunch? And that lady was so rude that would take the orders. What was the name? What was the name of that Chinese store right downstairs? I have a skin secret. Do you want to hear it? Are you having difficulty keeping your skin moisturized? Is water, exfoliating, and face creams not working to achieve that dewy look you desire? Maybe facial oils are the key to healthy glowing skin. With Indira Skincare, you can get that no filter look naturally with the Rose Formula and the Maracuja Formula. The Rose Formula will moisturize and protect your skin with a blend of rosehip oil, jojoba oil, vitamin E, and essential oils to leave your skin with a dewy look and feel. Choose the Maracuja Formula for brighter, glowing skin with a blend of maracuja oil, grapeseed oil, and vitamin C to moisturize and enhance your skin's glow. To purchase your skin secret formula, go to indiraskincare.com as well as Facebook and Instagram at Indira Skincare. Trust, you would thank me later. So, what was the name of that Chinese store? Do you remember?
Girl, I have no idea what that Chinese store was, but I know that the chicken wings and french fries was on the money.
Yo,
I
it was
love
the
chicken wings and french fries.
the best honey garlic wings you could ever
Everything.
have in your life.
Everything
But the
was fresh.
lady was the meanest. Do you
Mhm.
remember that?
She was. Yes, she was. And she wanted you to hurry up and she wanted you to know your order.
Yeah, no thinking about it. No,
Don't
hold on,
think
let me
about
ask
it.
what somebody wants. She used to pick up the phone and be like,
Yes.
"What you want?
What you
What?
want? What?
Like, how is
And then
that your
and then if
response?"
somebody's behind you who's ready, she's gonna ask them if they want something. If they're with you, they knew what they was doing.
Yo, the funniest story, Nikki, I had with this lady. Once I called her, she was giving me such an attitude. I will never forget this because I hung up. She called me back.
I think I remember that day.
She called me back and was like, "Are you going to complete your order?" I was like, "No, because you're rude." She was like, "You call every day. What do you want?" I said, "If I call every day, do you know what I want?" And she was like, "Honey
Right.
garlic wings and fries." All right
So
then.
what's the problem?
She was
But
so
them
rude.
honey garlic wings was good.
So the moral of the story is the meaner the people, the better the
Yeah,
food.
the better the food. That's like yesterday. I was in traffic and I was like, let me just go to this Jamaican restaurant by my house. I went into the store. I mean, everybody was rude, but they were standing there waiting for their food. Everybody was rude. Even the person holding the door was rude. So it says order over here, pick up over there. So I went to the order window and she's like, hold on, wait. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to cook because y'all not going to treat me like this.
I'm sorry, I would have had to get my oxtails,
I know.
my oxtail soup.
And they was looking at me and I was looking at them, but I was like, I need to stand up for something. Because this is with everybody, even the customers. I mean, there was no 6 feet distance for the coronavirus. No. The lady was on me as if she was my significant other or my mom. And I didn't move because I wanted her to see how ridiculously close she was to me. Oh, and then once she noticed how close she was able to, like, you know what I'm saying? She was so close that she was able to go into my bag and pass me my phone and say, hey, somebody's calling you.
Nah.
That's how close she was.
We are not going to do that.
Yes, that's how close she was. Yes. Yes.
No. All right. So I get it. I wasn't ordering food from there if that was going on. Not right now. Not right now. It's not the time. Yes, the only time I'm gonna be that close to somebody is on the airplane because there's nothing I can do.
Yes, you have to stand there. You have to. That's just where you gotta be. Yes.
Yeah, your seat is your seat, and you're gonna be within not even 1 feet of a person. Just, and I have to get where I'm going. So I'm going to sit where I need to sit. But other than that, please 6 feet me, please.
Yes, and that's how I felt. I was just like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna stand right here and see what she does. And she moved.
Well, I'm sad you didn't get your food. I hope you go back and they're nicer.
I do too, because they had macaroni and cheese, they had fried chicken, the oxtails, they had the curry goat, you name it.
And then it may not be that good because if they still had oxtails, because oxtail.
Oh, it was the end of the day too. They usually go during the
day. They're usually done like at lunch. They're done. Like you're done.
I'm sure they was, but this is a big Jamaican restaurant.
Okay.
And in this restaurant, they continue to cook throughout the day because they have their 2 kitchens in the back.
Oh, okay. Well, hey.
Yeah, that's why they act like that.
Oh, because they can. Because they can.
They
all right.
The spot.
Okay.
We got 2 kitchens, man. So you can leave. Oh, 1 customer gone. Oh, we so sad. That's how Jamaican food tastes. Ooh. Just 1 customer left. Ooh, we're so scared. They probably hit their numbers by what you say by noon. The numbers was there. Anything else is
it's surplus
money and toes and nails money.
Exactly. Besides us being silly, everyone, today we are here to talk about how to overcome those hurdles when you are starting a passion of yours.
Yes.
I know when I started Indira Skincare and even this podcast, I was nervous.
Right.
Because I was scared I wouldn't be supported by my close friends and family. And for the most part, I won't lie to you, I'm not. Like my friends and family, let me tell you something. I could let me post up a picture of me drinking at the club. Oh, 200 likes, 300 likes. Girl, you're beautiful. So proud of you.
So
you are amazing. Let me post up something with Indira's. Not even a like. Crickets.
For real.
Crickets. They won't like it. They won't share it. They won't anything. Let me tell you. But let me show you. I am destroying my liver
Mm,
You are gonna be so proud. But that's,
super
you know,
proud.
that's the world. But your biggest support sometimes is people you don't know. And I'm grateful for my followers, the people, the family and friends I've developed on during this journey, right? And the friends who do support me. Not much of my family does, so I'm not going to say family. I don't really have family support. But as far as like my friends that are now family, the ones that are there and do support Indira Skincare and have supported this podcast since the first episode, I am forever grateful. But
Yeah.
for the most part, none of that has discouraged me. Can you tell us about your journey and how you didn't let any failed attempts discourage you from getting where you are today?
Whew. I want to be honest, and I want to say a lot of things that I tried or embarked on, a lot of journeys and paths that I took, I did get overwhelmed and I did feel defeated, but I never stopped because, for instance, music. I wanted to open up a studio recording. Like I went to school for music. I went and got my engineering degree. A lot of people won't know that because I don't really share that, but I have my engineering degree. I could
Yep.
engineer my own sessions. I can build my own studio. It's just I've been afraid of myself, and I know how people are. And when you open up a business, you can't really have I don't think you can really have friends like that anymore. I think moving forward is business, and if you love me, you love me, and if you don't, you don't, because that door is going to be a revolving door, a revolving door.
I can see
um
that.
and then with psychology, I also have my psychology degree. I have my bachelor's, and I'm pursuing my master's as well. And with that, I opened up my own business to house individuals with special needs. So I wanted to do 2 group homes, but I stumped my toe, I hit my head, and those are just like terms I'm using, because you have to start very small, because group home is the big one. That's you. Those are your goals, and schools and programs and things of that nature. You get to those. Those are the next steps. But you have to start very small, where you do therapy 1-on-1. So you have one client now, and then it turns to 2, 3, and then 4,000 clients. You know what I mean? You start with 4,000. You don't start at the gate with all the money and everything working for you and family involved. It's not like that. It's mostly going to be you, you, and probably you.
Well, no. So yes, you're right. Because the idea, what people don't understand, so when you have a passion for something, it starts with you. It does. It literally does. It starts with you. You start thinking about it, the scenarios, then you start writing your plans, and then
Yes.
and it's like, how do I execute this?
And
Who
then
do
you
I
have people.
contact?
When you contact people, you got to contact like-minded and healthy people, because people will throw you in
Discourage
circles.
you.
Yeah, they'll discourage you and they'll take you away from your plan. Like, yeah, I want to make pen tops. So what do we do if we want to make pen tops? We need to know.
Not pen tops. But
It's
what about the
funny.
pens?
No, just pen tops.
Okay.
I'm Apple in this bitch. All right,
Okay.
you got a pen separate and a pen top separate.
Yo.
What's up? I'm trying to get this money. You heard? Here's the pens over
Pens
here.
sold
Here's the
separately.
pen tops.
Pens sold separately. Heard you.
Yes, I'm thinking like, what's his name? What's Apple name? I call him Apple. Bill Gates.
No, it's Steve Jobs, and he
Oh,
passed away.
Steve
He's no
Jobs. He
longer
probably
here.
be mad if
No, he's
he be
gone.
mad if I
Nakeah.
heard he passed
Yeah,
away.
yes. Steve Jobs passed away a while ago.
Oh, I'm sorry for calling you the other name. I know you don't really love him like that, but I hope you cool wherever you at, Steve. Wherever you went.
So, gosh, she's just a silly person. She loves to be silly. We love to
I'm
laugh. If you're on
sorry,
here
we
and you
always
can't laugh,
laughing.
if you
Something
can't laugh
wrong.
or you can't make something sad into
A
something
positive.
fun or positive or happy, this isn't the place for you. We're going to make jokes. We're going to laugh. We may curse sometimes. And we
Yeah.
may say things that are offensive, but we're not trying to
Be
offend.
offended, right? We're just talking
So,
about our own,
own
path.
experiences. So please don't take anything personal. But yes, I feel you. Now, question. I wanna piggyback, and I want to back up a little bit to the engineering.
Okay.
I have some questions on that.
Hmm.
So when I do not know much about engineering. I do not know much about producing, and you've been a rapper now for years. No, it's not
For
funny. You
eons.
have. You have.
Yes.
You've been a rapper for years, 2 albums in.
Whew.
Um, and
Hmm.
you've worked hard to do what you have to do.
Yes.
So, do you feel that there were things that prohibited you from moving forward, one, in your rap career, and two, what were the things that you feel, not do you, what were the things that you feel hindered you with opening your studio? This is a loaded
I
question, so I'm
think
gonna start.
people would stop me were people were not being honest.
Mm,
And I was surrounding myself around people who I was surrounding myself around leechers instead of feeders. So if I had a bunch of feeders with me to build the studio, we would I'd be in the studio right now.
mm-hmm,
But because I had involved myself with leechers, every opportunity, everything that came into place, people wanted their own, how can you say it? People will try to sink the whole boat if they can't be captain.
okay.
And I don't care to be captain. I just captain well. That's it. I
Well, no,
just
when it comes to your career now, you have to be captain because it's yours,
Of
right?
course, of course. However, if studio is a project,
Mm,
studio is for everyone. I'm
mm,
gonna have artists coming in, recording, like if you're engineering, if you're producing, you're finding the beats, you're making the connections. When you're recording people's sessions, they're asking, "Who do you know?" And they're asking you questions. And can you send my music here? So it's just not one thing, it's everything. And you got to be cutthroat in the music business, and you got to get straight to the point, because a lot of people will try to manipulate and get over, and nobody wants to pay for anything. So
mm.
that's the first thing you need to understand. Nobody wants to pay for anything.
Now, now, do you feel like, because you're an independent artist and you've
Hmm.
been fortunate enough to fund all of your studio
Yes,
time and
yes.
your productions
Albums,
and your
yes,
videos, everything.
yes.
Now, for those who aren't as fortunate, right? They are like grinding, trying to find, I guess, investors and people who. And did you ever feel that there was a point in your life that you wanted to go and say, you know what, I'm tired of doing this on my own. I want to find an investor. I want to find a label.
100%. So what I did was I had ran into some big money,
Mm-hmm.
and I was informed that you need this to become famous or become
Mm-hmm.
whomever. But you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do that. So as
What were
I'm
some of the things that they just for
so
for
promote,
you
you
know?
have to promote. You
Okay.
have to get your fan base up. You have to become famous, and then we'll just put you on our TV shows. That's pretty much how it is. We'll put you in our videos, we'll put you in our realm, but you have to do it first. You have to hit 100K views. You have to hit 1 million views. Let's see what you can do. It's just like the political world. When you run for office, you have to get
Mm-hmm.
1,000 signatures. These
Mm-hmm.
1,000 people said, "I'm the man," or "I'm the woman." Now, can I run this section of Queens? Can I run this section of Brooklyn, etc., and so on? So
Okay.
somebody has to say, no, this person is good at it. A lot of people have to say this person is good at it, and that's when they may entertain you. And a lot of people think that you can pay your way into the industry. I spent almost like a quarter mil trying to get into the industry, and I should
Mm,
be in the industry, but I'm not.
mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that because I got stuff to learn. I have to
Yes.
learn, and it's a cold world, and I don't want to enter that world unprepared. But you'll spend a lot of money, and you'll be where you're comfortable. You'll be where you like, but not where you should be, where you deserve.
See, that hit home because like I've
Mm.
had as far as like promoting, right? And
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand. They say that to you, right? Oh, well, you need to promote. And you spend thousands and thousands
Thousands,
of
and those
dollars on
thousands add up.
promotion.
It
And
adds
then it's
up
like,
over
okay, I'm
years.
trying. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. It's accumulating over years. So when do you get that breakthrough? Who, like, how do you know what I mean? And sometimes I won't lie, you just look like the people where it comes easy. It's like, how? And it wasn't, and nothing comes easy, right?
No,
There's
because
not
if it was
anything.
easy, when I pledged, they told us if it was easy, you wouldn't want it, and that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. But it does make you wonder, like, am I moving in the right direction? Is this for me? And what I started doing is started realizing this is for me, right? But remember, this is for me, not for anyone
And
else.
that's it. And once you do that, you're untouchable.
Exact.
You're
And so
untouchable.
the way I look at it, I tell people, and for anybody who is like looking into starting their own business and or their own passion, going towards something that they're passionate about, do your research. Create a business plan. There's business plan templates out there that you can download. And first, what I did, I don't know about you, Nakeah,
Mm-hmm.
but what I did was I wrote down what I wanted to do,
Yes, you
how
sound
I
like my
wanted to do it.
brother.
I did because I already remember
Make a
with
plan.
the facial oil, I was already using it for myself for a year.
Always, always.
And
Because
people
when you
kept
got to
saying, what do you
Cali, you
use
was
for
like,
your skin?
I don't like what Cali's doing to my skin,
My
man.
skin.
No offense on Cali. I love Cali. I
No.
have songs on my album about California.
Okay, I
I
love it too.
love
That's why I'm
California.
happy I'm here. I'm
Yes.
happy I'm here. But it destroyed my skin.
Mm-hmm.
I got here and it straight attacked me.
It was like,
And uh, it was just crazy. And so like after a year, like when my skin started improving and people were like, what are you using? I told them I use, and everybody was like, well, you need to sell it. I'm like,
right,
okay. And
right.
remember I was selling it on Instagram. What was it? It was Skin on Glow.
That's
Remember that?
hilarious. Yes. But that's where it starts. That's where it
Mm-hmm.
starts. That's all.
It started
Once you do
there.
that, mm-hmm.
It gives you that push. And then I failed at Skin on Glow, but it allowed me to reach out to lawyers, reach out
Yes.
to people who had started skincare companies, finding labs, finding manufacturers for my bottles and my jars, and
Mm.
getting the website together, learning how to do the Instagram, and doing all of this by yourself without a team is
Yes,
so hard.
it
But I did
is.
it. The research, and I may not be making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it is out there, it is moving, and
Mm-hmm.
one day, right,
Oh
it
my
will be
gosh.
successful because I put in that work. And it
Yes.
started with research. And people have to understand, do not think that because your family love you or your friends love you that they are going to promote you. Let me tell you, they are not. They don't care.
They
They
don't
don't
care at
even want. They don't
all.
even want to buy it.
They don't
And
even
they
want
could
to
buy
buy
other
it, but they
people's.
would love
They
some of
will
the
buy the
return.
same product or listen to the same song if
Oh
it's
God.
by someone else.
Someone that they know. Control the controllables. That's what it is.
Yeah, but if it's from you, I had someone I love to death tell me, because I said, "Oh, can you share my post on your
Hmm.
page?" Because he said it is not my responsibility to share
Mm.
your product. I said, "Oh, I didn't
Oh,
say that.
okay.
I just asked if you could share because you have a lot of people. I just want to know if you could share it on your story. You need to pay for promotion on Instagram because." It is not my responsibility or anyone else's responsibility to promote something you decided to start. I said, oh. And it was so
Oh.
angry. It was
But you
such an
know
angry
what? That was
response.
the best advice in the world, even though it
Yo,
was angry, because you know what? Thank you. Now I could pay a promoter.
I did. And I started paying for the promotions on
Boom.
Instagram, and it helps.
You
I was able
see?
to do pop-up shops. I was able
And
to
they were saying it as a negative to defeat you, to
mm-hmm,
bring you down. So I think that's the point Carmen is trying to make. Like, everybody's gonna throw rocks at you,
mm-hmm.
but catch the rocks and build a house with them.
It's oh, oh, I would like a rock built house, right? Because
You,
that would be so
that's
dope.
beautiful. A
And
bunch of little
nobody be able
rocks.
to hear my loud ass music, because I like to make my music real loud. No one will be able to hear it through them rocks.
And then you could have like a little rain, the little, what you call it, the fountain,
Waterfall, little fountain, little waterfall.
fountain. And it
Ooh.
really, you see where I'm going. People probably listening like, what in the world are they talking about?
This is what we do. We keep going, and we will
And
feed on each other and
no
keep
matter
going
what.
and creating. And we would have had a whole new house. If this was our phone call, we would have had a whole house plan right now.
Period. Period. A whole house. Oh, and you get the rocks. I'm gonna find out how we gonna stick the rocks on the cement. Like, we serious. Y'all playing. But there's so much life to be had out here, and I just hope that everybody is living. I hope people are not just on the phone and sharing their day. I hope they're actually going out and living. Go get that pizza. Go get that beef patty. Go get that filet mignon. Go get those ribs. Whatever you like. Go get that salad. Go get the spinach. Whatever you was thinking about doing, go do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like for instance, like Nakeah tried, and she worked so hard. She's even received proclamations from her city and things like that. And she's tried so hard to even get like her group homes open, submitting grants and things like that. I'm sorry, I'm talking for you.
Yes.
And she never stopped. She never. And you
till
still
this day.
Wait till this day. Remember that little
day.
Till this
I
day.
get mad. Like, I'll email from the mayor's office like, hey, Nakeah, we read your documentation. However, do you have this? And thank God I have this. So then I'll send them this or whatever. And then they're like, okay, do you have that? And then at that point, it's like, I'll talk to you in the morning, or I'll talk to you 2 days from now, because that just made me mad. You could have asked for this and that, and then I could have prepared for this and that. You asked for this now, and then you asked for that later. So bet, I'm going to prepare myself. Now I know when you ask for this, you're going to ask for that. And those are little healthy, when I say people throw rocks, those are the rocks. And me saying, let me prepare myself for this and that, those are me finding a place for the rocks to build my house, going back and feeding on what we just talked about earlier. If somebody hands you lemons, make lemonade. I used to.
Well, I'm gonna make more like a lemon drop or like a margarita or something like that, because I need tequila.
Sugar rim or salt rim? Salt rim.
Oh no, I don't want anything on it. I don't need diabetes or high blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
Just the liver failure. Not just playing.
Not just a little liver failure. Oh my God. I take a little liver failure with some Tennessee, please. You terrible. We gonna go to hell holding hands.
Where you at? You remember that? What TikTok? Where you at?
I'm in the hot section. I'm trying to see if he gonna give me a air conditioner, because I've been sleeping.
No, all right. Look, we gonna keep going. We got it. Let's be serious. All right. So for right now, because of so many attempts, and you're still working on trying to, you do have your real estate, which I admire. She is also a landlord.
I forgot about that. Yes, I have.
She's also multiple homes.
I have property, and I have, like tenants and stuff like that. All those wonderful things. So I'm like everywhere, and I do everything. And I'm a school teacher right now, teaching drama class. So,
as you could tell, she's dramatic.
I'm super dramatic. So I could really say that I have like the best of everything going on in my life.
Oh, I love that. And people don't think of it as she's being cocky, right? Because I want each and every one of you to feel you're the best at what you do. Don't ever think that you're not the best. I'm the best everything in my head. I want you to feel like if you're the best dog walker, if you're the walking dogs. No, seriously, I'm the best dog walker. I'm gonna have my own dog walking business. I may walk dogs for a company, but in next year, they're gonna be walking dogs for me.
It's over.
Be
and
the
that's
best.
Like what I was telling you earlier. If you a stripper with one, you better be the best stripper in that spot. Yep. Because if you are, they gonna make it rain on you, and you could take all that rain and open up your own whatever. You can make wheelchairs, whatever you want to do.
The guys don't listen to her. She
don't listen to me. I'm happy. I'm off of work. I'm excited. It's what time is it over there where you are? She's over on the other side of the world. I have to wait for her time to cope, like to work with my time. Just to be like, hey girl, what you doing? That's what I love. That my friends have different time zones. Like, look at me. Look at me.
Because she's in New York and I'm in California. Now, so being that, let's digress on that. because that could be a touchy subject for people and could feel uncomfortable, and I don't ever want to
No,
make
I don't
people
want
feel uncomfortable.
anybody
Um,
uncomfortable. I don't want
but
anybody uncomfortable.
as far as like being a landlord and managing multiple properties, do you have any advice for people who are looking into um, owning property, rental property specifically? Because there's people who may want to open like
Gotcha.
Airbnbs
Gotcha.
or
I would just say if you want to if you want to be a landlord and open up a rental
property.
space, a rental property, I would say get a multifamily. Start with multifamilies. Don't buy single families, because single families, sometimes they're not. I don't know what to say about that, but multifamilies, you will be more successful because you can rent those out. Single family is just like a flat one,
So
either
single family is just like one
one, 2 bedroom, three
income,
bedroom, right?
where
A
a
multifamily,
multifamily
you
is
have
multiple
several incomes
incomes.
coming
Yeah.
in. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So say
Mhm.
you have 4 apartments, that's 4 rents coming in.
Now,
If you
are there
have
any permits or anything that you would need to get
if you
if you
own
are renting to
if
multiple
yeah,
people?
you need a renter's, like a landlord renter's permit to rent legally.
Okay.
In New York, you have to be approved to be a landlord, because there's a process. He said this, she said that. It's all of that stops that once you have your landlord, like your renter's license, the way you could rent out your property.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
where would you go for that? I'm sorry, I'm asking so many questions
No,
just in case someone's
everything.
writing it down and
You
they're
can
like, "Well, I
you
just."
could go to Google and just put it in. I don't know where everybody is, but if you're in New York, you have to go to your, like, if you're in Queens, you have to go to your county. The Mine is located in Jamaica, Queens, so it's pretty much like the land bank, the Queen City, like everybody has like a land bank in their area. So you would go
Okay.
to the land bank and you would choose, okay, there's multifamilies over here, but you have to also look at the neighborhood, look for schools, look for good schools, look for taxes. Some
Okay.
places have higher taxes than other places, so you want to really understand what you're paying for. Some
Okay.
homes are more pricey than others, and then also loans versus mortgage. They're both the same. They're both similar, but mortgage can be 30 years and a loan could be like 1 year. Someone could give you like 300,000. You buy a house, you sell it for 600,000. Now you probably have to give them 320 for, just
Mm-hmm.
extra fees. And then with that remaining money, now you can buy your multifamily, or now you can invest into a property. So
Okay.
a lot of times when you get property, you have to save a little for yourself. Save a little for yourself. I say that twice because you'll spend all your money, and by the time you look around, you'll be broke. So if you're spending and throwing some in savings, throwing some in savings, when you turn around, you'll have money for the what ifs. If the refrigerator breaks, if the stove breaks, my tenant is saying they see ants. My tenant is saying they see monkey lines. I don't know, but you just you want to save a little for yourself for those situations.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I always, one day I do want to have a rental property, but I'm going to stick with Indira Skincare for right now and speech pathology for right now. One day, one step at a time, one step at a time.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
now, what do you know, what is your advice? And I know you've said it a few times to people who, as far as like when they're going into not politics. It wouldn't be considered politics because you're working within your community,
Community
uh,
affairs and things of that nature.
community
Hmm.
affairs. Yeah. Um, how did you start a day? How did you get? And I know that's a lot. I'm asking so much
So
because I want
this
people to
it's a
know.
lot, but it's simple questions.
Hmm.
My heart. As a child, I would have little parties in the parks for my baby dolls. So like I just love people, and
Hmm.
that's weird nowadays because people don't usually love people, but I love
Hmm.
everybody. I love the ants. I love everything. Like I'll be like, "Oh, y'all walking this way? Let me go this way." That's how I appreciate everything, every
Hmm.
single thing in the world, because I lost my dad. 3 years ago. And after I lost my dad, I just I knew I used to like throw stuff, not care about things. But now like I place things right back in their spot. I'm very together with a lot of things because I care about things now. I didn't really care as much about things before, but life is real. And then with
And short.
coronavirus, it's real and it's short. And you just have to you got to appreciate every moment, because in the morning you could wake up feeling like shit. But
As
after
far as like with the
right
Kea
after
Devay day.
yeah like after a Kea Devay day, I'm waking up happy even though I'm tired. So I say that to say, we should save a little for yourself and love people and do
Give back to
something.
your community.
Give back to your community if you want to. You should, but you don't have to. It just feels really, really good. And it feels good to walk into my community and people have to say, Nakeah. Oh, can I talk to you real quick? I was a little late for this interview just now because someone stopped me while I was coming to visit my mom. And she was just saying, when is your next Kea Devay day? Like, my daughter wants to know. And I was like, oh, it's September 25th. Yeah, September 25th, 2021. It's going to be on Newtown Road in Woodside, Queens. I'll have posters. I'll post everything and I'll put them up and everybody will have access to it. But
Thank
this
you.
year,
Because people can donate to
you
help with the
can donate.
supplies can you
And the theme
let the people
is,
know where to go?
oh yeah. So I'm going to have a Cash App and or Zelle information on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page for the Kea Devay Children's Day Facebook page. So I'll promote and post all of that information there. Carmen is going to put up the basic information that I gave her along with my pictures and things, and those links will bring you to the pages where you could donate.
Exactly.
And you can donate $1, you can donate $1 million. It is up to you. It will be well spent. My theme this year is dinner, children dining with Devay. So I'm going to teach them how to dine,
Fine dining.
professionally. Yeah,
Fine dining.
fine dining and etiquette. Elbows off the table, white, napkins on your lap, salad fork, dinner fork, just every single thing.
Why did it have to be that
I
voice
want.
though? You're so silly.
I know. But I'm dramatic. I want them to experience that because I felt like once I experienced that, I graduated in life. Now I was brave enough to talk to people of higher stature, because now I know how to have now I know how to fine dine. And my father always said, when you go out for a business meeting, don't order burgers and don't order fries and all that stuff. Order something neat that you can just pick it up with the fork and put it directly in your mouth. There's specific ways to do specific things. You could eat your food the wrong way and blow a whole deal. Like $1 million gone because you didn't cut your string beans. You didn't cut them, and they didn't need to be cut, but you just you would haul all 3 right in your mouth. Deal done. So you just want to pay attention to the world, and you want to be a part of the world in a comfortable way,
Exactly.
Yeah, this is nice, Ghana. That's my little nickname for her.
Yeah, it's a little inside joke. They wouldn't understand.
Inside.
They wouldn't understand. But yeah, so everyone, the purpose of us meeting today is if at first you don't succeed, please just keep trying, keep researching, and don't be afraid to ask those hard questions.
Yes.
If you meet someone, and even if you feel nervous, you may ask someone a question and feel like they're not going to answer it for you, and they give you all the information you need. Because believe it or not, people want to
are
help.
waiting for us to ask.
Yes, people want to be mentors. And I know it sounds crazy and you may not think it. People want to help people succeed. There are people out there that want to help. Ask those questions, ask those hard questions, reach out to people who are doing the same thing that you want to do to see. And if they say no, it's okay.
Right. And
it's
also,
okay.
I wanted to tell you earlier, no to me doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. To me, my understanding
Mm-hmm.
of no. That doesn't mean I can't have it. I just can't have it right this second. And that's
Exactly.
okay with me, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't ever give up. If you have something that you want to do, her and I are both living proof that whatever
Super.
it is that you want to do,
Do it.
you do it
I
because you
was
will get it done.
I wanted my own day. I was young and I want a party just for me outside, you know. And when I
And
went to the president of the community, she was like, "No, no, no, sweetie, because then everybody's gonna want,
mm-hmm,
their own party for themselves." She said, "Think of something that everybody could benefit from." So I had to take my name off of it and call it
mm-hmm,
Children's Day. But I've been
mm-hmm,
doing it for so long that I could take children off if I wanted to and say Kea Devay Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer just Children's Day. It's my day celebrating children. I had to earn that.
mm-hmm.
I had to earn it.
So now it became your day to
My day.
celebrate the
Kea Devay
children.
Day to celebrate the children. Yes. It
Mm-hmm.
started out as Children's Day and it grew to Kea Devay Day, Children's Day. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
So that I think that was for somebody, whoever's listening. If they tell you, you got to name it ABC, name it ABC. Keep doing it. And then they'll take the ABC off and they'll put your name on it. Keep doing it. They just want to see people who show up. You got to
mm-hmm,
show up and show out
and show up and mean it.
and mean it.
And mean it. And mean it. Because if you mean it, it will do well.
Nobody could take my day away from me because I worked for it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I took my little checks from work and I made a party for the kids and their parents was like, "Oh, what are you? This is amazing."
And the thing is, it's not even just a party. She has people who come out and
Book
provide
bags,
resources, book
resources,
bags, school
back to
supply,
school, back to
food,
school.
things. So it's not even just a party, it's the give back. Like she
Yes,
turned something that she wanted for herself into what can I do for everyone else? And it's still feeding her soul because she's helping not only herself, but everyone else.
everybody, and not just being me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's everything is perfectly placed in my life.
Exactly.
I'm being me and I never stop being me. There are people who will
Exactly.
accept you for who you are. You just have to hang out with them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find them and hang out with them.
Find your people.
Find your
You will
people.
you will
You can
get
even
to
start with your signs. Start hanging out with just people that's of your sign.
well
That's a
now.
little secret, a life secret. Whenever you're ready, start hanging out with just Geminis or just Libras. Whatever your sign is, start hanging out with just them. Just
You
for a little
know,
while.
I
And you'll
would
see so much.
I hang out with a lot of speech pathologists. And it's
See?
crazy because we are like minded.
That's it. If we're all thinking alike, you can't
Mm-hmm.
deter me to do something else.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stay right on
Exactly.
this path because you're on it, they're on it, she's on it. We all on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and tell the people where to find you again.
They can find me on Instagram at _K3A _ and you can find me on Facebook at Kea Devay Children's Day. Kea Devay Children's Day. And you spell Kea Devay KEA space DEVAY. I cannot
Yes.
wait to accept all the friend requests and things of that nature. If you don't have it to give, you don't have to give. You can write a nice note and I can read it out loud to the children. Like, I wish I could do this for you guys. However, stay inspired or whatever you want to say. Like, we take whatever gifts you want to offer because the kids need it and it makes
Thank,
them happy.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And to interact with me, go to Instagram at Where Did I Put My Glasses for your thoughts, questions, or comments on today's episode.
Yes.